Hey guys, so I started this YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, and I recorded video one and then video two. When I did video one, it was a kind of a keyboard riff using a MIDI guitar. And when I did that, I realized I came up with a little bit of a sequence going through the chords, and I want to break that down a little bit. Video two is me soloing over that thing. So it's basically drums, kind of a nice halftime drum feel, 80s rock thing, and then the keyboard part, and then the guitar part. So when you analyze these things, first thing you want to look at is the chord structure and see what's going on with that. And I just, improvised this whole thing, just put it together quickly. It sounds a little bit stock, but it also has some different things as well to it. So the keyboard part is something like this. Then eventually goes to D, to G. When you look at songs, listen for the bass parts. Even if you're in the car, listen to the radio and figure out the songs as you're driving around. This one travels from E minor down to C major. That's a common shift from one chord to the next, that whole step between the two. The other thing is this song uses a major chord to a whole step up to another major chord. That's also a giveaway, indicating if I play this chord, it's usually going to be a 4 chord, and the whole step above would be a major chord as a 5 chord. Meaning if I count down 4, 3, 2, 1, I know that I'm in the key of G. This is in the relative key of relative E minor of the key of G. So it's going to have, if you were looking at sheet music, it would have an F sharp in the key signature. Let me play you this thing how it sounds. Now, if you notice there, it's not coming out that clear. I'm screwing it up a little bit, but I left it in anyway because I wanted to talk about it. And I hadn't really played this in a while. This a little weird, but it's the Lydian mode. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So. Back to E. So basic chords are E minor to C, A minor, eventually goes to the D, and then to that G chord. Let's skip ahead to the solo in video 2, which sounds something like this. Now I'm playing something like, again, I made it up at the time. was interesting there is I'm playing over the E minor. it goes to the Lydian, and I'm picking up that sharp 4, sharp 11. It's staying on the Lydian, and I jump up to I'm jumping up to the D Mixolydian over the C Lydian. So I talk about this in some of the other videos. I'm sharing modes with the other modes. It doesn't have to be D in the bass. I'm using the Mixolydian fingerings as I'm playing over the C Lydian. And it's just kind of happening naturally, but it sounds really cool for that part. Back to the E minor. Now there, I'm doing this thing, really I'm in a box of the D Mixolydian. It's E minor. I'm borrowing that D fingering, 3-note per string. So again, I'm implying some of the D Mixolydian while I'm in the E Aeolian. And using that fingering, which sounds fine there. So there I'm now in the C Lydian. And again, I'm borrowing from the D Mixolydian. While it's over the C, sharing the two modes, D Mixolydian over the C Lydian. Again, another nice sound. A minor to the D chord, back to the G. So work on analyzing these types of songs, listening in the car, listening to the bass note where that's going. That's usually the giveaway of what's going on. Look for these patterns like a whole step between the two major chords, which tells you what key you're in, or this type of pattern from the E minor jumping down to the 4 chord, 6 chord down to 4 chord. Those are some of your giveaways to help you determine what key you're in. And then back down from the 4 chord, 4, 3, 2, 1, to get your 1 chord to know what key you're in. In this case, I'm in relative minor, as opposed to the major G, I'm just in E minor. That's all I got for now, thanks.